Hi there, this is Wally Wabowlhead, and this is Wally Wabowlhead's Quick Bite. Oh! Thanks for tuning in today. Today is the 27th of, I think it's September. And today I am here with my partner in crime, Fernando the Duck. How you doing, buddy?
Man, doing much better. I'm getting over my upsetness with you.
I don't know if upsetness is a word, but I hear you, buddy. I apologize for that. So, anyway, yesterday we shared some exciting information about inulin. I know it's exciting, right? But it's a healthy fat substitute and sweetener with like no calories. So it's like one of these miracle things. It might be too good to be true. From what I read about it, because it's so high in fiber. For example, Halo Top, the ice cream that I talked about not too long ago, is has 20 grams of fiber in it. So if you've had any sort of adverse reactions to fiber, might not be up your alley. Anywho, today, one of the other things that kind of fed off of that talk that I did live at McCaffrey's was about the healthy fats, right? So with inulin, you can get rid of the unhealthy fats you would normally include, for ice cream and or bread. You're looking at saturated fats, butter and or saturated oils. So the question is, all right, well then what do you use to fill it in? Because you need some fat in your diet. The answer of what more and more people are saying are the omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory relative to the omega-6, which are actually inflammatory. The big issue that I've become somewhat attracted to is the ratio, because anyone that's listened to this before knows that I'm crazy about ratios.
Yep, it's real exciting stuff there, Wally.
Right. Yeah. So, but anywho, when we evolved, apparently we were at a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. You mainly get all of your omega-3s, the good ones, from fish. From fish like mackerel. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a notebook over here. For mackerel, herring. You can go online and Google it. Sardines are another good source of it. So it was 1-to-1, long time ago. As we industrialized and certain foods became cheaper, soybean oil, for example, we got way away from it and are now up to, some people are saying, 20-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. The result is we're getting a ton of inflammatory acids in there and not so many anti-inflammatories. And we get inflammation, which causes all sorts of medical conditions, and not in a good way. So the question that I have is, all right, so how do we do it? Do we eat fish with every meal? I know I was actually doing that at one point in time. I was putting sardines in my own personal wobble. You can go to a place called Aldi's over on Olden Avenue and get them in a can, no salt added, for dirt cheap. And you just carry them around in your pocket. What's that you're eating, Wally? Sardines. What do you think?
I love sardines. I eat them. I don't have a pocket, but I would, put them in my pocket and eat them all day long. Maybe you get me some.
See, Fernando would do it. But he's a talking duck. So the question is how do you pull it off? You want to try to get this ratio down. Everybody says that things like olive oil, so I don't know, it's tricky. And unless you are in a position to eat seafood with every meal as your protein source, if you're going for what I try to do, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of calories and carbs, proteins, and fats, it's tough. It's tough. It's tricky. So what I'm going to try to do is try to figure out how we can incorporate this. Now, flaxseed oil is the highest in the omega-3s, but within the omega-3 fatty acids, there are a bunch of different chains, and you know, it's tricky because the plant-based ones give you the ALA, the ones that you really want have been proven to promote longevity and get rid of things like Alzheimer's and arthritis and all that sort of stuff, heart disease. That comes from the EPA and the DHA, which you only get from fish oil, which you get in the form of supplements, or you get from eating fish. So that is the answer, to eat more fish. That doesn't mean, if my dad's watching, that doesn't mean eat as much fish as humanly possible, because I just said it's good to eat it and it's healthy for you. Moderation in all things. Big Walt, if you're listening, I'm speaking directly to you. But and make sure you know, like salmon, for example, is extraordinarily, it's high in the omega-3s that you're looking for, but there's a lot of fat in that stuff. So if you're eating big portions of it, you're getting a ton of calories. And then you're going to come back to me and yell at me because now you gained 60 pounds and I've been eating 60 pounds of salmon a day. You said it was good. You said, no, I didn't. Right, Ferdinando?
Yep, I hear you.
All right, my time is up. That was my rant for the day. The question is how do you do it? My question to you, rather, for the day is, how do you get your ratio straightened out? Because chances are, even if you're taking supplements, your ratio is still going to be out of whack. I try to eat flaxseed with every meal. But now I'm finding out that I'm going to have to change something. Because, I mean, flaxseed, you get the omega-3s, which are the anti-inflammatories, but they're not the good ones. So what we need to come up with is a better way to preserve fish so that I can, because they don't keep well after you freeze them and then thaw them out in the refrigerator, and they make the whole refrigerator stink. What you gonna do? Anyway, that's it for me. This is Wally Wabowlhead, and this is Wally Wabowlhead's Quick Bite. See you tomorrow at 2. Turn off.